What's up, pranksters? Welcome back. In this video, I'm gonna show you guys 5 games you guys can play using a fidget spinner. Because fidget spinners are not just to spin. No, there are other ways you guys can have fun with them. Just like in my last video, I showed you guys 5 ways you guys can use a fidget spinner to pull off some pranks. In this video, I will be showing you guys 5 ways you guys can have fun with a fidget spinner. So let's get started by hitting those thumbs up buttons now and check it out. Okay, so this first game is a really fun game you guys can play with your siblings or whoever you have to split the chores with. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna let the fidget spinner decide our chore. And for that, we're gonna take a fidget spinner like this one. Now, depending on the number of siblings you have, you might need a different fidget spinner. For example, one of these, because this one is a star and it has 5 sides. Well, this one has 3, and that's perfect for me because I'm gonna be using one for myself, my brother, and my sister. So we're gonna label these with some tape first. So get yourself some tape and put a piece on each side. So for example, I'm gonna get myself a piece of tape and I'm gonna cover one of the ends of the fidget spinner. So this is what it should look like. Now I'm gonna do the same thing to the other sides. At this point, we have covered the fidget spinner's ends with some tape. And don't worry, it'll still spin as normal. Now it's time to label each side. For example, this first side, I'm gonna label it as me. Just like that, me. This side is my brother's, so I'm just gonna write bro on it, like that. And then this is my sister's, so I'm just gonna write sis. Simple, right guys? Okay, so now that we've done that, it's time to play the game. So now let's say we're trying to determine who's gonna wash the dishes. Well, we're gonna let this magnet help us out with that. Because this magnet is gonna stick to one end of the fidget spinner, and whoever end that sticks on is the person who's gonna be washing the dishes. So let's find out who's it gonna be. First, take the fidget spinner and spin it. And then hover it over the magnet like this until it sticks on, which it did right now. And now we're gonna find out who's gonna be washing the dishes. Okay guys, it's slowing down, it's slowing down. Let's find out who's gonna wash the dishes. Oh, so that's me. I'm not gonna be washing the dishes. My bro's safe, but my sister, not so lucky. So she's the one that's gonna get to wash the dishes. Haha. Lucky us, huh? Anyway, she does a better job than us, so it works out for the best. Alright guys, for this next game, you're gonna do the same thing as we did with the last game. We're gonna put some tape on each end of the fidget spinner. So for example, this one has 3 ends, which is good because all we need is yes, no, and then a question mark. So basically, we're gonna be asking questions. So for example, am I gonna get an A in my next test? Well, you're gonna spin it and then drop it like this. And the top one will be your answer. So, are you gonna get an A in your next test? Oh no. I guess the fidget spinner decided for you. No, you're not gonna get an A. So, okay, so another question could be, does the girl that sits in front of your class likes you? Well, let's find out. No. Dang. It's just not your day, right? Okay, well, you could ask it another question. For example, am I gonna get bit by a dog today? Yes. Wow. Damn. Yep. I guess this fidget spinner doesn't like you, or it doesn't like me if I was asking these questions. But yeah, guys, you guys can ask so many questions and it'll give you an answer. Or it could not give you an answer because it might land on this question mark. And that's either yes or no. It's kind of maybe. So you guys might want to spin it again. Okay, so this last question. Is this video gonna get 1 million views? Yes. Oh yeah. That's awesome. It was actually gonna go either way, but you gotta use force to make it land. Like this. Am I gonna get the hot girl I really, really like? Oh, I gotta hate that one. Well, at least it didn't say no, right? Let's use that same method again for this next game. So for example, on this fidget spinner, I put some tape on each end again, right? Because in this game, we're gonna be playing truth or dare, but we're gonna let the fidget spinner decide for us. So here I'm gonna write truth, and I'm just gonna put a T on it to represent truth. And on this side, it's gonna be dare, so I'm just gonna put a D for dare. And this one, I'm gonna put a star, and this will represent the person gets to choose. So the fidget spinner doesn't choose for them, but they get to decide. But here's the cool part though, guys, we're not done yet. Yes, we could do the same method and just let it drop and it'll be a dare, right? But let's make it a bit more fun. And for those of you who are fidget spinner fanatics should already know this trick. We're gonna remove the caps on each side of the fidget spinner like this. So now we have exposed the middle of the fidget spinner. What I have here is a plastic straw, and I'm gonna put the straw through the fidget spinner like this, and it's facing down, and then I'm gonna put it on a surface and I'm gonna spin it. So a lot of you guys should already know this trick. And then once it stops spinning, it'll decide, yes, it's gonna be a dare. So now you gotta do a dare. And you guys do the same thing over and over again. Spin it. Let's see what it is. Another dare. So keep doing it, guys. Now it doesn't necessarily have to be truth or dare. It could be anything. It could be yes or no again. Or whatever you guys want. What is it? Oh, so now the person gets to choose. Is it truth or dare? But it is pretty fun. So it's awesome that you can let the fidget spinner decide your fate. Now it's truth. See? So it's really fun, guys. You guys should try it out. I mean, just spinning this is fun alone. So now imagine it, letting it choose whatever it is that you want to find an answer to. Wow, you guys are gonna have a lot of fun with this. Let's see what it is. So the person gets to choose. See, it's really, really fun, and it's very creative, and it'll help you make those tough decisions. Now for this next game we're gonna play, guys, we're gonna need a sheet of paper like this one, and a fidget spinner, and I'm using the star one because it looks more fun, and it's pointy, so that's gonna help us because the answer will be more precise. And for this example, let's say we're trying to figure out what we want for dinner. So we're gonna write it on a piece of paper, and we're gonna divide it in as many different ways as possible, depending on the amount of options that we might have. So for example, we might have 5 options, we might have 6, 7, or we might have 3. So it doesn't matter, just split the page as evenly as you can, and then we're gonna let the fidget spinner decide for us. Okay, so I try to do a good job at it. Obviously these two sides will have a better chance of getting picked. So for example, one of the options is pizza. So we're gonna write pizza on there. Let's see, maybe tacos? Sushi, for those that like that stuff. Hot wings, which would be my favorite, and hopefully I get to pick this one. Burgers. And hot dogs, why not, right? Hot dogs. All right, so those are our options, guys. And now we're gonna need our fidget spinner, and like I said, I'm gonna be using the star fidget spinner because it'll be more precise when it comes to picking. We're gonna put a piece of tape on one end. So I'm just gonna grab a piece of tape, and I'm gonna cover one end of it with tape. Just like that, guys. And so now we can distinguish which point is gonna decide our food. So this pointy end is gonna decide what we're gonna be eating. So we put the fidget spinner on the center like this, and then we're gonna spin it just like that. And yeah, it could take a while depending on how much force you use to spin that spinner. All right, well, it's slowing down. Let's find out what we're gonna have for lunch today. Oh, what's it gonna be? Come on, hot wings. Oh, so close. but I guess it's gonna be burgers. As you guys can see, the designated end is the one that picked the burgers, so I guess we're gonna be eating burgers. But wow, if only I would have kept on moving and pointed to the hot wings. That would have been awesome, right? So yeah guys, you guys can use this fidget spinner to decide your lunch, and it'll be fun for the whole family because everyone gets to choose, gets to put their favorite food on a sheet of paper, and then the fidget spinner will decide which food you guys are gonna eat for that day. On my last video, I showed you guys how you guys can have competitions with your friends with fidget spinners. Now, one of the competitions was whoever fidget spinner can spin the longest. Obviously, you would have to spin them at the same time. So whoever fidget spinner would spin the longest would be the winner. Of course, you gotta wait so long for that fidget spinner to stop spinning, and it can get boring because nobody likes waiting, right? So for this game that you guys can play with your friends, you guys are gonna spin your fidget spinners, and then you're gonna crash them against each other. Like that. So whoever fidget spinner stops spinning last is gonna be the winner. So for example, the white one already lost because it pretty much slowed down already, and the red one keeps on spinning, so that would be the winner. Now that's just the concept of this game. Sometimes when you spin them and you bump them against each other, like that, so this one's still spinning and this one's still spinning, it could take a while. So the game you guys can play is 3 bumps. So for example, we just had one, another one, and that pretty much did it. And if that didn't do it, well, you do it again. And this time the white spinner won. So yeah guys, there are so many ways you guys can play this game. So let's do that again. And you don't have to bump them so hard that they'll break, just a little bit. 1, 2, and then 3. So the white spinner is the winner and the red one is the loser. You could use all kinds of spinners for these. So since the white one won, let's try with this little one. 1, 2, 3. Yes, we have a winner. Since most of your friends will probably have a fidget spinner, you guys can challenge just about anybody. So now let's see who wins this round. 1, 2, 3. What? Oh, wow. Now that was a twist right there. As you guys can see, this one was about to lose. But since it was 3 bumps, it actually, this one made it spin and this one stopped. So therefore, the star won. That was pretty epic, huh? It was a pretty epic win. And that's it, guys. That's pretty much the concept of this game. Just bump them, and whoever fidget spinner remains spinning is the winner. And there you guys have it. 5 ways you guys can have fun with a fidget spinner at home. And just like in my last video, I will be giving away some fidget spinners to some of my subscribers. All you guys gotta do is leave a comment below and I will pick a few winners randomly. I will also be giving away some on Instagram. So if you guys want to increase your chances of winning a fidget spinner, you might want to follow me on there. Who knows? You might actually win twice. It's worth a shot, right? Well, I appreciate you guys stopping by and checking out this video. And if you're not a subscriber yet, what are you waiting for? Subscribe now. Turn on your notifications because I will be having a lot of giveaways. So hopefully you participate in those. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. In this video, I'm gonna be showing you guys 5 pranks that you guys can do using fidget spinners. So I've poured some blood onto this little container right here, and I'm gonna use a syringe to extract some of this blood. And you smear some on your forearm like this, just barely. Now how this challenge works is you're gonna flip over the cup like this. You're gonna place a fidget spinner on top and then make it spin. So the purpose is that you're gonna flip over the cup and you're gonna have to have the fidget spinner land inside like this. And then when I try to flip over the cup, this is what's gonna happen.